You know that moment when your mind just won't stop racing and you're overwhelmed with thoughts that seem to never end? Well, what if I told you that there's a way to break free from the endless cycle of overthinking? Imagine how much better life could be if you could regain control of your thoughts, feel calmer, and finally put a stop to that constant mental noise. In the next few minutes, I'll be revealing 3 simple psychology hacks that you can use right now to stop overthinking. Trust me, this could change your life, but only if you stick with me because these techniques are proven to work and I promise you won't want to miss a single one. Overthinking is something that most of us struggle with at some point, but it doesn't have to control you. It's an exhausting habit that can keep you up at night, drain your energy, and even affect your productivity. It all starts with a small thought, but before you know it, you're spiraling down into a rabbit hole of doubt, worry, and confusion. But what if you could catch yourself before things get out of hand? What if you could stop overthinking in its tracks? Now, let's dive into the first psychological hack that's going to change the way you think forever. Hack number 1, the power of awareness, recognizing overthinking before it takes over. The first step in stopping overthinking is simply being aware of it. Most of the time, we're so caught up in our thoughts that we don't even realize when we're spiraling into an overthinking episode. But here's the thing, awareness is your superpower. By simply recognizing when you're overthinking, you can stop it in its tracks. The next time you feel your mind start to race, pause for a second, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I overthinking this? This small shift can help you step out of the cycle before it takes full control. Studies show that just being aware of your thoughts and catching yourself in the act can significantly reduce overthinking. Self-awareness is key in breaking the pattern, and once you notice the signs of overthinking, you'll be able to stop it much quicker. Remember, it's not about eliminating thoughts entirely, but rather about learning to control and redirect them. Hack number 2, the 5-minute rule, taking action even in small steps. This second psychology hack is about making decisions fast and taking small actions that break the overthinking cycle. When you're stuck in overthinking, you're paralyzed by doubt and you start overanalyzing every option. The 5-minute rule is simple. When you're faced with a decision or a task that you're overthinking, give yourself 5 minutes to decide and take action. Set a timer and force yourself to make a choice, no matter how small it is. What happens is that overthinking comes from fear of making the wrong decision. But in reality, making any decision is better than staying stuck. By setting a time limit and taking immediate action, you'll be amazed at how much more confident and in control you'll feel. This psychological trick helps you avoid the never-ending cycle of second-guessing and helps you build momentum, pushing you forward rather than keeping you paralyzed in thought. Hack number 3. The think about it later strategy, create mental boundaries. The third hack is about creating boundaries for your thoughts. Overthinking often happens when we allow our minds to constantly revisit the same thoughts without any clear resolution. To stop this, you need to set a time and space for when you'll think about something. When you catch yourself overthinking, tell yourself, I'm going to put this in a mental box and deal with it later. This simple trick works wonders because it creates a boundary around your thoughts, allowing you to move on without feeling guilty or like you've ignored an important issue. By giving yourself permission to think about the issue at a later time, you create mental space to focus on the present moment without constantly ruminating on the past or future. Why these hacks work, the psychology behind stopping overthinking. The reason these hacks are so effective is rooted in psychology. Overthinking happens because we're either trying to predict the future, dwell on the past, or avoid uncertainty. Our brains crave certainty, so when we don't have answers, we try to force them. The hacks I've shared with you today tap into the psychology of cognitive control and decision-making. By shifting your mindset and creating small, actionable steps, you can break free from the pattern of overthinking and take control of your thoughts. In fact, research has shown that our brains are highly susceptible to patterns. So, if you repeatedly practice these simple hacks, you'll literally rewire your brain to stop overthinking naturally. Take action now to stop overthinking. If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step toward freeing yourself from the prison of overthinking. These 3 psychology hacks are simple, but they require practice and consistency to truly work. Remember, awareness is the first step, and the more you catch yourself in the act of overthinking, the easier it becomes to stop. The 5-minute rule helps you make quick decisions and avoid getting stuck in the analysis paralysis, while the think about it later strategy sets mental boundaries that protect you from unnecessary mental clutter. But here's the most important thing: you have the power to stop overthinking. It might not happen overnight, but if you implement these hacks into your daily life, you'll notice a significant difference. So, if you want to finally take control of your thoughts and stop overthinking, start today. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on how to master your mind and unlock your full potential. And hey, if you know someone who's struggling with overthinking, share this video with them. They'll thank you later. Remember, it's not about avoiding thoughts. It's about learning how to control them. You've got this.